Hey everyone, Danny Webster here from Pocketnow.com, and this is the hardware tour of the HTC EVO Shift running on Sprint's 4G WiMAX network. So let's get started. Okay, so the first thing you'll probably notice is this 3.6-inch WVGA resolution screen that's also glass and capacitive multi-touch. That's 480 resolution across and 800 resolution up. On the bottom, we have these 4 capacitive buttons. They're outlined in a chrome accent. I don't know if you can see that too well on the camera, but there you go. You can see it kind of like that if I move the light in the reflection. On the outside of the screen, on the glass, we have this chrome bezel. Unfortunately, it's a little bit sharp. I don't know if you remember the HD2's camera on the back of the device. It was a little bit sharp. It's kind of like that. The entire thing is somewhat of a blue accent color. I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but it's blue. It's not actually black. It's a blue hue to it. And the outside of this is metal. On the top, we have a light sensor along with a speaker grill for our headset. We have an LED notification light underneath the speaker grill. On the top, we have a 3.5mm headphone jack, our power standby button, which is kind of weird. It's not exactly on the top. It's more of on an angle to the back, sort of. So if I go to this side, I have the volume rocker. And I also have the microUSB port, which is a little bit different than most devices that I've seen because it kind of goes in backwards. And I can show you that here. If I have a microUSB, as you can see, the flat part goes up, whereas the curved part goes down. So it's a little bit different. It's kind of like the HD2. I don't know if you've ever used that phone, but it's just like that. On the bottom, we have our microphone. And on this side, we don't really have anything. On the back, we have a 5-megapixel camera with a LED and our speakerphone, and we also have a Sprint 4G emblem. Now I'm going to take off the battery cover and we'll go to look at that. See the microSD card slot and all that great stuff. It's a little bit tricky to get the battery cover off. It's also in this rubberized material, which makes it easy to hold in hand. Let's see here. Hopefully I don't break it. Okay, there we go. So we have a 1500 milliamp hour battery. Underneath the battery, we have our microSD card slot, which is capable of holding up to 32 gigabytes of space. So it comes with a 2 gigabyte card, and it's kind of weird. You have to put it back. To pull it out, you have to pull this little tab right here, and to put it back in, you have to push it in and then push the tab down, and it locks in place. So we can just put the battery back on. This device is running at 800 megahertz, and it does have 512 megabytes of RAM. The radios on the device are a CDMA variant, along with the Bluetooth 2.1, the Wi-Fi BGN, and it also has a built-in FM radio. If we slide out the device, which I've already done, we have a Google emblem on the back, and we have a full QWERTY keyboard with a function button that allows us to access these other keys. So it's a 4-row keyboard, and I have to tell you, it is rather tricky to use. It doesn't work very well because the buttons are so flat. It doesn't work that great. I find myself actually using the on-screen keyboard just because this one is so tedious to use. So this has been the hardware tour of the HTC EVO Shift 4G on Sprint's WiMAX 4G network. The device does cost around $149 with a 2-year contract. If you like our videos, make sure you give us a thumbs up and also leave some comments down below. In case you missed the unboxing, I'll post a link right about here, and stay tuned for the software tour coming up next. Thanks for watching.